It is.
We're rolling, so whenever you're ready.
Okay. Put the headphones on. From Lake Stevens Community Park in Lake Stevens, Washington, this is the 2023 USAFL Western Regional Championships presented by our friends at Tasmanian and Snohomish County Sports. This is Men's Division 1, Round 2, as the 1-0 Golden Gate Roos take on the 1-0 Seattle Grizzlies. I'm Brian Barish. Great to have your company as we get set for this one. The Grizzlies in the green with the black trim. They're headed from left to right on your device of watching choice, while the Roos are in the blue with the orange trim, and they're headed from right to left. The Roos played the LA Dragons / San Diego Lions earlier today and won 28-2, while in their opening game, the Grizzlies triumphed over the Sacramento Suns 27-16, a game that was halted due to a serious injury to Sacramento's Ramesh Baharan, who was taken to hospital. We are not aware of his condition, but we do send our best wishes on to him and a speedy recovery. As we are set to go here in round 2, this may very well have a serious impact on who wins this Men's Division 1 championship, as the Grizzlies, the home side, having never won a Western Regional before, and the Roos, winners in 2017, 2018, and 2019, are trying to win their fourth, as we have just last-minute preparations getting done here and readiness for this match. The Grizzlies, they have won Men's Division 3 and also won Division 2 back in, they were Division 2 finalists, no, they won Division 2 in 2008. They made it to Division 1 in 2009, went all the way to the grand final before losing to Denver in that famous grand final at the Nationals level. We're underway here in Lake Stevens, and here come the Roos with the first chance forward. And there's a chance as that one gets smothered off the front. And it's scuttled through 4 behind, and the first score of the game on the Watch AFL scoreboard goes the way of Golden Gate. They lead 1-0. Both teams, I think you'll find, are very well skilled, and I think Golden Gate's Australians, I think, might have a slight edge over the Aussies for Seattle, as that one comes out on the full. And that one bounces out onto the tennis court, basketball courts behind us. Here is Tim Lindfelt. Bangs this one high and into the pocket. And now sending that one for goal is Jay Duncan, and Duncan sees that one bounce off to the right and through for another behind. So 2 quick fire scoring opportunities in the first minute. And they have both gone for minor scores. It's 2-0. Roos always so dangerous, and again, having won the first game, and they won it relatively straightforward. It'll be interesting to see how they do against, admittedly, probably a stronger team here, and the number 3 seed Seattle Grizzlies. And goes back as Rob Munn, the former Olympic rower, turns the ball over to the 44. Sean Connell, the former Austin Crow, told to play on. Up on the far side now. Now want to slap down. Here come the Grizzlies back the other way. Handball in. It sits up nicely for Clark. And that one is sent in towards the sticks. That one is tailing off to the right, but it's going to sneak back in for a goal. Give that one to Fort Zachary Taylor. And on the Watch AFL scoreboard, Golden Gate 1-2-8. Seattle no score. Zach Taylor, again, another product of Tom Ellis and the USA Revolution. And he began playing in 2016 and had established himself behind Brian Dragas and Kyle Johnson as one of the key forwards for the Roos in their runs in 2016 and again in 2017 during that stretch where they were in 3 straight Division I grand finals. Out of the back now comes the Roos. And now cycling around is Farone. Up to the far side now, able to keep that one in play and then going A over proverbial T. And the ball goes out of bounds. Now it'll be a boundary throw in right in front of the aforementioned Watch AFL scoreboard. 1-1-7 plays no score. 2 20-minute halves here in Men's Division 1. 4-team round robin. As we mentioned, the Sacramento Suns and the Southern California combination of the LA Dragons and San Diego Lions happening over on the other field. Sacramento, the 2 seed, will play Golden Gate in the last game of the day. That is still some time out from now. We'll have a ball up. Ball goes in the air once again. Got it, went for it and had it smothered. And then bootlegging around and kicking that one away, there was Max Rennie. Smacked away there by Drew Bywater, which is what we are here at Lake Stevens. We are Bywater. Listen, the dad jokes don't get any better. Here come the Roos back the other way. And that one is sent in after 3 kicks in towards the sticks. It's going to roll, it's going to skip, and it's going to go through for a behind. Golden Gate 1-3-9, Seattle no score. And just on the other side of the fence, you see the cars parked. I'm getting kind of an Australian suburban ground feel with all those cars out there. You get the feeling that hopefully nothing ends up through anybody's windshield. But it is great to see in the backdrop here in Lake Stevens, here amongst the pines, here in the evergreens. As that one is kicked up on the far side. Here come the Grizzlies. Oh, ball! They wanted it ball. They're not going to get it. Here come the Roos, though, as they maintain possession, settling under it. And that one ping-pongs around like a ping-pong ball because that's what it does. Now turning aside and trying to stick a hand in there, Sean O'Sullivan. And that one is turned and fired, and that one goes across and out of bounds on the fall, I believe. Be a free kick. It's been all one-way traffic here in the opening moments of this first half as the Roos lead 9-0 after 5.5 minutes. Was saying the ball had gone out on the full, I agree. So that just will change the trajectory. It will also change the way that the ball comes back into play, because otherwise they would be bringing it back from inside, and in fact they're going to need them to retake the kick because the ball will not, because it went out on the full, the mark is outside the behind post. That's a very important distinction. Now, had the ball gone through for a score, obviously Golden Gate would have scored a point, but they would have had more room to bring the ball back into play, and that's the difference. Drops in front of McGow for Seattle, and then he stays with the footy and able to effect a tackle, but there are 3 blue jumpers there as it bops off. Cleared out to the side now. Going after it is Aaron Tomaselli, who sees the ball bounce away from him. Back out to Tim Linfeld. Lines up and strikes this one sweetly, but down through for, touch through for a rush behind. And another point for Golden Gate. They go to 1-4-10. Seattle no score. Combination of good defense. It's been mostly good defense, I think, is why they have not had the accuracy off of 5 scoring shots. Ball comes back in the play. Good contest on the near side between Robert Munn and by Bradley Jordan. There's a long handball up over the top. Here's Jordan now bootlegging around. Goes back left and go back right, and now into the middle again for Tim Linfeld. Linfeld with a kickoff of 2 steps. Almost takes the mark coming back over the top. Seattle controls it, tries to clear it out, but not that far. And The umpire blows for a ball up. Nothing. Watch AFL scoreboard. 7.5 minutes gone of this first 20-minute half. Good shovel, short handballs, kicks towards the sticks, going back. Oh, it stays in play. 3 players are there, and they try to concede the behind, but turning around and kicking the goal is Christopher Jourdain. Sometimes the tyranny of the bouncing ball goes against you. Jourdain was right there positioned, and cool as you like, slots home the Roos second. And this one is starting to show a pattern. 2-4-16 Golden Gate, no score Seattle. Well, we were thinking this would be a good matchup, and it still might very well be a good matchup, even though, we've played just over 8 minutes here in this first half. But Golden Gate looking the good so far, not really allowing Seattle to penetrate the half back line. So it'll be interesting to see what the Grizzlies do as the ball gets tossed up in the air. Here's a left-footed kick over and marked. Playing on quickly is 45, which is Peter Terror, who had a goal in that game earlier, and then squared it across for the teammate. The wind picks up once again, that cooling mountain breeze. And there's another one. 2 in a row for Christopher Jourdain and the Roos. 3-4-22 to no score. And Golden Gate starting to run away here. Of course, we have that other game going on again on the other side, Sacramento and LA/San Diego. And there is, of course, the possibility that of course, both of those teams having lost earlier today, there is still very much the possibility that the last game is going to still very much matter in terms of who wins, because if Golden Gate, if they do hang on to win but then lose the last game, then it will come down to percentage. But that is still a long way from now, and this game still has a long way to go in it. Of course, it's the same thing if Seattle happens to win, because if they do, then they're 2-0, and then they have to deal with San Diego, Los Angeles on their own. Mark taken again, this time by Daniel Hope, who goes out to the far side looking for Jordan. The 2 bald guys connecting. Must be a fun day for them out in the sun, as that one is juggled and taken by the 50 we don't have here for Golden Gate, and the ball has... See if they've called that as a mark. It will be a boundary throw-in. Ball comes spinning back in the play. Linfelt knocks it down. 4 green jumpers over there, and finally the Grizzlies are able to get to it, but only as far as Jordan. Connell, Jordan, Share. Ball up. Again, our thanks to Snohomish County Sports, Tasmanian, Watch AFL. Blundstone is another one. Play Aussie Sports USA. And Odin Mortgage for all their support this season and with this tournament. Thanks to Element 7 for doing the camera work on both fields and bringing you the action across this beautiful day here in northwestern Washington State. This very beautiful venue, this good solid has heard nothing but good things from the players in terms of the location, the quality. It's been a pretty fun day so far. We're not done yet. Still have 2 more games after this, with the women's final round and then the men's Division I final round. This is Max Rennie who sends this one deep. Oh, nice mark over the shoulder. Well, I saw a 0. It was either Warren, it could be Noguer, actually, 90. That one is turned in. Could this be their first scoring shot? No, it's through for a behind. So Seattle finally on the board. It's 22-1 on the Watch AFL scoreboard. 12.5 minutes gone first half. Brian Bowers here with you. Glad to have your company as well. This 2023 USAFL season continues. Of course, again, in August, we've got the national teams on the 5th and the 19th in Racine, Wisconsin, and then nationals in Bradenton, Sarasota, October 15th and 16th. 14th and 15th. 14th and 15th? Yeah, 14th and 15th. Can't tell today from tomorrow anymore. Well, the 16th would be Mad Monday. That's important. As the ball gets sent in to the top of the 50, juggled and marked by the 88, who is Arnie Landbo. They want to tell him to have a shot. They want to give him an option. They do. Great job, and they give it to McGow. McGow, they should have let him take the shot as it was smothered, and now the Roos will have a chance to clear, and they do. Out in the middle of the ground, nice mark, and they're going to rue that, I think, as Shepard Lycan, who had a couple of goals in the LA-San Diego game, takes the mark in the middle of the ground. They go out the far side now, and that one is punched free by Trent Loosemore, the former Calgary Kangaroo. And we'll have a boundary throw-in. Yeah, a couple of guys have come down over the years from Canada to play for Seattle. Of course, they've also been a part of the Nationals as well, their national squad. Ball gets knocked forward. That one is slammed forward, I believe again by Loosemore. That was a huge kick. That could be a Tasmanian long kick of the day, as that one is sent back down, and here's a handball up over the top, but they're going the wrong way, and can Seattle pounce on it? No, as Hope was able to get it from Jordan, and that ends that. And once again, they had a crumb but couldn't eat the entire cookie. Up on the far side now once again. Waits, kicks, and still in play. Ball goes out of bounds, a boundary throw in directly across from us. Watch AFL scoreboard. Golden Gate 3 goals, 4-22. Seattle 1 behind with 5 minutes to go in the first half. 2 20-minute halves in Men's Division 1. Watch the other games in Men's Division 2 and the Women's Division, 4 15-minute quarters. Lining up, looking for the short pass picked off. That's Rennie. Or rather, that's Loosemore, sorry. Loosemore, marked over the top. Munn out to the near side. And the mark is taken by McGow. Or McGuff, rather. McGuff. Over the top, 2 blue jumpers there. Hazelton turned over again to Munn. Rob Munn, Olympic rower in 2016. I'll try not to say that every time he touches the ball, but it's picked off again by Jay Duncan, who played an important role in the first game earlier today. This is Shepard Lycan, and he is claimed, and it'll be a free kick. And it was a high contact. So here is Shepard Lycan. Got a little Ben Brown pre-haircut look about him. Except if he was really Ben Brown, he would be standing next to us starting his run-up. And it looks like they're going to have him retake the kick, says umpire Darren Henderson. I think because he hadn't come around on the mark too much. So they'll set him up. And again, if you're not familiar with Aussie rules, the angle depends on how far out you are from the center of the goal area. As the Specky almost taken, bops in front. Here comes Rennie, again out the back. Rennie kicks that one up to the far side, and it is juggled and dropped. Sending that one back up high in the air. Who wants it? Everybody. Who's got it? Saleh Taibji. There's Saleh, former Sacramento Sun. Played, I think, 4 or 5 years now with the Grizz. Crash Boom Opera comes through to either Hope or Jordan. That's Jordan, who goes all the way back. This is Connell, who steps in front and goes to the short pass, turns quickly and goes down the line. But it's picked off again. How do you spell relief? Tyebjee. And he comes out to the near side now. Knocked free. Again, looking for McGrath as that one is sent forward. Well, he's Australian, so I guess it's McGraw, and that is cleared up on the far side. At least he's not listed as a national player, so there's that. Drop the pill, no call. Seattle wanted a call, didn't get it. Here's some good handballing action. Sent down over the top. One-on-one contest. Going to win it. There is Jared Warren. And the ball goes out of bounds. No Austin Cox on the roster today for the Grizzlies. Tall target. We can assume you know what the last name means. He is, in fact, related to a certain 6'10" Collingwood Textralian. All alone, and bouncing is Hope. He has 2 bounces. And finally, we'll get rid of it. And a good job. And this just shows you, Jay Duncan with the mark, this just shows you how well skilled they are. And once again, they work the ball into the middle of the ground. Here's another one. Hoping they turn it over. And that one is turned over to Warren. 1:15 to go. 22-1 the score on the Watch AFL scoreboard. Golden Gate the lead. Mark. What can Seattle do? Can they get a goal before the half would be huge, as that one drops in front, and it's going to be picked off by Hope. Hope in the middle finds Jordan. Again, the cue ball twins. Oh, big spoil over the back for Seattle. And here come the Grizz, turning that one. And Mark back again. And again, I believe that was Hope. Hope's going to wait. Oh, nice mark. Nice one-handed mark by Connell. Sean Connell, former Austin Crow. Kind of doing a reverse Brian Dragus and going from Austin to Golden Gate, whereas Dragus went from Golden Gate to Austin. Cycling around is Hazelton. And that's halftime. Well, the Grizzlies, they've had some good passages of play here, and they've played strongly in the first 20 minutes. But up on the cash register where it counts, it's the Golden Gate Roos. 3 goals, 4 behinds, 22 points. Seattle, 1 point only. 2 goals to Christopher Jordan that came back-to-back. Zach Taylor has the other goal. He had the first of the day for the Roos. We're going to step aside, come right back with the second half. You're watching the 2023 USAFL Western Regional Championships presented by Tasmanian here on USAFL.com. Second half of this round 2 game of Men's Division 1 between the Seattle Grizzlies and the Golden Gate Roos, with the Roos leading 22-1. And we are just about set to get underway here at Lake Stevens Community Park in Lake Stevens, Washington. Brian Barish here with you, and we're underway. The Roos now kicking from left to right as that one is struck sweetly. And going through and going back to get it, and then hand-pulling it over his head was Loosemore. But then right out in front, and right where they have picked up, right where they've started. And the goal by Luis Reyes. And after 27 seconds, Golden Gate extends their lead. On the Watch AFL scoreboard, Golden Gate 4-4-28, Seattle 1 behind. Well, Golden Gate, they have the ability, as we said, to get a chance. And Reyes, they got around him in a hurry. He's one of their newer players. And it's going to be a square infringement. And it will be a free kick. Sending that one down. Oh, big shoulder thrown in as well. Mark taken. Setting back the other way. The Grizzlies now, this wind now starting to pull. It is blowing across the field, but tend to favor the Roos, and they're trying to take advantage of it. Ball will come spinning back in the play, and we'll do it again. Tim Linfelt looking for a free kick, not going to get it. Ball comes back in the play, and Linfelt again off the ruck contest. Picked up, Loosemore with a wayward handball, but picked up again and then shoved out of bounds. And little bumping, little argy-bargy afterwards. But Golden Gate is all business. As Bradley Jordan already going through, Tyab G over the back, and he is slow to get up. That was a very, very difficult. He was up in the air. That was a hospital play, and he was up sideways when they made contact with him. He is on all fours to the right of the play, which continues on. But the runner is out for Seattle to check on Tyab G. And we're just watching behind the play here, and he is eventually going to get up. But my goodness, that was a shot. Umpire Vicky Schoenigel blows the ball to the heavens, and now you've got Shepard Lycan, who is in the ruck. Ball goes to ground. There could have been high tackle. Got the kick away, however. Loosemore will come over and take the mark. Loosemore, you see in the background a number of spectators have taken positions up in the hill. That's a very good vantage point to watch some footy here at Lake Stevens Community Park. This one is sent back the other way. And drop the pill to Taylor, and it's going to be called, so it'll be a free kick to Loosemore. Or check that, that's Warren. Off of 2 steps, goes up the far side, and that's intercepted by Ryan Clark. That one is sent in slow, picked off of the knees. Sending that one in for goal. That's a good kick, but drops in front. 4 hands on the footy. Seattle able to clear it into the hands of Kyle Rasp. And then just got it away. That's a high contact. I'm wondering, it was high contact before he got rid of it. So the ball will be paid at the spot where the foul occurred. So the ball will come all the way back. So it'll be Kyle Rasp's kick. Kyle, the former punter at former college punter, a former USA Revolution player, was picked for the 2017 International Cup, but was injured right before the season, and he turns the ball over. Good kick. That's a short one. Drops in front. Handball here, running like a house on fire. That is Clark. Oh, through the hands there of Jordan, who has 2 already, and a whistle, and in the back called. It'll be a free kick. Loosemore looking around. Still looking around. Off the hands now. This is Linfelt who plays it into the middle. Sending that one up and into the pocket. Drops in front, picked off again by Loosemore. Loosemore has done a very good job here in this back line and really helped keep things stable for the Grizzlies, even though they trail by 27 points, 28-1. One on here. Connell tries to go with the subway ball, but it was detoured out to the near side. That was very, very close, and we almost became part of the action here. So it'll be a boundary throw-in. Sequeira throws the ball back in the play. And here comes Rasp again. And that one is sent in, defended nicely. Seattle had their first chance in some time. And going up to try and take the mark as the Seattle Grizzlies women get ready for their encounter with the Golden Gate Iron Maidens, rather. Left-footed kick. Oh, that looks really good off the boot. And that will, hits the goalpost. It was a Wilbur post off the foot of Carl McGough. Hello, I'm Mr. Ed. 28-2 the score on the Watch AFL scoreboard with 7 minutes and 20 seconds gone. Grizzlies not out of it yet. Pollock goes in short, tipped off the top. This is McGough. Who does he have inside 50? Looking. There is Connell trying to get it out. And we'll have a ball up. It'll occur 20 meters out from the Seattle target. Again, they trail by 26 points. Feel if they got a goal, the complexion of the game might change. McGough is going to keep that in play. Snags it with one hand. Going to cross it to try and set up a mark. Great spoil over the top by Hope. He was their only hope on that play, but then stepping forward, and oh, what a defensive play. Two great saves. And out of all of that, Seattle gets just 1 point, only 1 point. That's 3 on the Watch AFL scoreboard. 4-4-28 Golden Gate. Good defense by the Roos, looking for their 4th regional championship. 2016, 2017, 2018, the others. They're working around once again. Bywater out to the near side, and there's Tyabji, who has recovered from his knock a little bit earlier to take the mark. Little short over the top, caught off a blade of grass by Rennie. Rennie looking for a lead, none forthcoming, goes down to the middle of the ground. Handball picked off, shoved in the back afterwards, no call. Here come the Roos as they handball it back, sending that one down the line. Ball up on the far side. Can the Roos, with one more goal, you would reckon, would put things away? Ball comes up now, and it squirts into the corner. Loosemore chasing after it. And the ball goes out of bounds. Brian Barish here with you. Glad to have your company as well, whether you're joining us here on USAFL.com, here from Lake Stevens in Washington, Lake Stevens Community Park here in Snohomish County. Thanks to Tasmanian and the good folks at Snohomish County, as well as our friends here at Element 7 for putting this game on for us. Ball comes spinning back in the play, knocked down by Tom Mulvey. The ball goes out of bounds, before it was able to sneak through, and we'll have a boundary throw-in. Halfway mark of this second half. 2 20-minute halves. One more round of games here on Field 1. We'll have here in Men's Division 1 here on Field 1. It'll be Golden Gate and Sacramento, whereas the Seattle Grizzlies will play the LA-San Diego combination over on Field 2. And as we speak, we have one match in Women's Division 1 still to go, and we have one match over on the other field in Men's Division 2. Well, with Portland blowing out Arizona in that second game, it might be pretty much academic unless Arizona can do, or rather Orange County can do the same thing to Portland. There's a shot for a goal, and that one sails into the bushes behind the stick, and it's through 4 behind. And now they'll send in the search party. Oh, they found it. Well, no, they said it went out on the full, so no point. It looked like it had gone through, and it looked like the umpire there had signaled a behind. One-on-one, rather it's a 1-2, sending it down the line. Oh, nice mark. Way to track it back by Rasp. And evading Hazelton in the process. That's a big kick from Kyle Roos, almost taking the mark, but then off the ground, but it's through for a behind. Oh, Seattle trying. 4 goals separate the teams. 4 points Seattle, 4-4 Golden Gate. Watch AFL scoreboard. It's a free kick. Or rather, it's a kick. This one is out in the middle of the ground, and it is marked by Tomaselli. Sending this one out to the near side and dropping in front. One-on-one contest coming to the line now. Picking that one up on a hop is Mason Pollock. Pollock able to handball it over to Conrick. Conrick sends this one back in the other direction. Drops in front, punched away. Here picking that one up is McGough. McGough handballs it over to DeGrandy now. DeGrandy is going to send that one in. It's marked. Good job by McGough. So a chance still for their first goal. Kick is up on the way. Oh boy, that's going to be awfully close. Oh, but it's there. Or was it? No, it wasn't. Everybody just got really excited, and in fact, it just went through for a behind. So, well, it fooled the heck out of me. That's the 5th behind of the game for the Grizzlies. They trail 4-4-28 Golden Gate. That's on the Watch AFL scoreboard. We've got 6.5 minutes to go, and Golden Gate looking to go to 2-0 here. And Seattle, I mean, you think if they would kick the ball a little bit straighter, this would be more of a game, but they haven't let up, and they are not playing all that badly in point of truth. Ball goes out of bounds. Cross. Kicks this one to the top. Oh. Ends up with Golden Gate. And then turns around and flies that one up on the far side. That's marked. Trying to send that one deep. Oh, no. Good mark. It's a defensive mark. Sending that one back. Oh, same team there, and it bounced around. 2 Roos ended up spoiling each other. And Warren. But getting away, it's Jordan. Bradley Jordan. He's ran 14.99 meters. Loosemore took him when he should have taken. In fact, the umpire called that before, and it's going to be kicking in danger. The umpire had called that, had given it to him before he took the catch. All alone is DeGrandy. DeGrandy off the side of the boot. And it's marked defensively by the Roos in the personage of Robert Nolan. Roughly 4.5 minutes to go in the ballgame. And here's how it's going to send back the other way. Here come the Grizzlies. They need a goal. That one is sent in. It's going to roll. It's going to roll, and it's going to be conceded. No, they just able to get it out. Instead of conceding it, and it's a great job because there was nobody out in front. Staying with it is Rasp. Big ball, said the crowd. In your boot, says the umpire. That one is put back in. And finally going back the other way, up high. Nice mark in front. Taken by Reyes, who has a goal. One of the 4 from 3 goal kickers for Golden Gate in this match. Sending this one down the line. Marked over the top. Hale sends that one in inside the 50-meter arc. Nice mark. And once again, the key target today, Jay Duncan, who hasn't a score in this game, but who kicked a couple in the game earlier against LA San Diego. Duncan rocks back, starts left, stays left, and that's just going to in and out of the hands of whoever that was on the goal line. And it's through for a minor score. back to a 4-goal difference. 4-5-29 Golden Gate. That's on the Watch AFL scoreboard. 5 points for Seattle. Going down the line, dropped in front. That's Hazelton. Sending that one off on the far side now, and going to be picked up, turning that one in towards the sticks, and out of bounds on the full. I think I did almost go through somebody's front grill over there. It does very much, with all of those cars in the front, it does very much remind me of a suburban Australian oval a little bit. Kind of like when we saw in, kind of like what we saw in when we were at Montrose. The only thing we need is people in the cars. I mean, it's the temperature is temperate enough of that. It's not too warm or too cold, but you need people honking on the horns after a goal, and then that would really feel Australian. Two minutes to go, and Seattle is going to drop the 1-1. Golden Gate, with their last game coming up against Sacramento. The mark is taken. It's going to send this one up high and up over the top. And now out the back. Here's a handball across as Rasp able to find a teammate, but the mustard again comes off the hot dog, and we'll have a ball up. 60 meters out from the Golden Gate target. They lead by 24 points, by 4 straight kicks on the Watch AFL scoreboard, and that might grow, but it's going to actually go out on the full. With 1:17 unofficially to go. Kicked up high in the air, trailing over to get it, and just in the field of play was Noguer. Kenan Noguer. Oh, that was deflected. It'll play on. It'll drop to Bradley Jordan. Jordan, doing right into the stomach of Noguer. And the ball goes out of bounds. He's taken a lot of punishment in the last 60 seconds. And that's about how much time we have left in this one. Ball gets knocked down, picked up by Cooper White, who dropped the pill. Try to go on through, and there's a big green, emerald green wall that has showed some resistance, but still not a bad effort on the part of the Seattle Grizzlies as the time running down. The ball gets knocked down in front, cycling around, looking for somebody to pass the ball to, and it looks like an illegal tackle of some sort, and getting up gingerly, and perhaps even a little brunetely. And that'll do it. Well, it's got to be said, the Seattle Grizzlies did fight hard. This is going to be an after the siren kick, which will register nothing off the foot of Jay Duncan. So the score will remain the same, and the Golden Gate Roos are 2-0 here at the Western Regional Championships, and we'll see them in roughly 90 minutes of real time, but on another video in your time, to see if they can win the 2023 Western Regionals. As for the Grizzlies, well, they came in with high hopes. They're at 1-1. They still have one more game left. They'll take on the LA-San Diego combination, whereas Sacramento awaits Golden Gate. If they win, they'll be the championship. They'll be the champions. Christopher Jourdain, 2 goals. Luis Reyes with 1. Zach Taylor with 1, the goal kickers in this match. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, you can follow us at USAFL.com, on Facebook at Facebook.com/USAFL, on Twitter, Instagram, and Threads at USAFL1997, and of course here on the YouTube channel as well. For Wilson and everybody at Element 7, or on camera, our friends at Tasmanian and at Snohomish County Sports, this is Brian Barish saying so long for now.